everybody to the kitchen. Chalupas are on the menu today. These are such a fun and easy idea for dinner that I think you're going to really enjoy them. Starting off with some Mexican queso that I'm making here. It has some red and green bell peppers in there. It has diced up onion in there as well, of which I sauteed, added the flour to create a roux, and then I just poured in a cup and a half milk, and I'm going to bring that up. That's a white gravy. It's Pioneer gravy, you may know it as, bechamel sauce, country gravy, whatever you want. And then I'm going to add cheese into it to melt it and in there and create the cheese sauce. Now I'm just adding in some tomato paste that I created because, oh, I forgot to get it at the store today, but I had tomato juice. And remember, tomato paste is nothing more than tomato juice has been reduced down to a paste. And so I reduced down my tomato juice, and then I am adding it to the hamburger, which I also have in there some bacon that is finely diced up in there for more flavor, and seasonings of onion powder, a little bit of cumin's in there, some smoked paprika, salt, pepper, water, and the tomato paste. And now I'm going to let that just come to a simmer and thicken up and be perfect. Now, as far as our queso, the fresh little cheese sauce here, it's so easy to do. You're going to bring that up to a boil now, and you're going to let that thicken up, and then we're going to add into it some cheese. Now, this is important. I have American cheese, you know, the Velveeta type of cheese. I'm going to add that into there and get that melting, as well as I'm using a Mexican-style shredded cheese. Now, I just get all of these at and they really make it easy to do, and so just add that into there. I'll let this come to a simmer and thicken up, let that cheese melt in there. When we come back, I'll show you how to make these delicious chalupa shells, and we'll put them all together. So Lindsay, woo woo, little Mexican in the kitchen today.
Okay. Okay, time to head back into the kitchen with Chef Bryan's chalupas.
Yes, and let's finish these up. To make the actual chalupa shell, what I've done is taken a regular taco corn tortilla shell, placed it into a flour, the small flour tortillas, wrap it up, and then I use like a wooden spoon, take it, and I press it down into the hot oil and fry it. And this is what they come out, and you will have to hold them with that wooden spoon because they fill up with a lot of air, and because of that they'll come floating up to the top, so you just got to be careful with that. Okay, so we're going to take the meat and we're going to just kind of press it down into there, so we have this nice crunchy corn tortilla shell in there, surrounded by this deep fried flour tortilla. I love it. It is so fun, and they're so easy to make and a great idea for dinner. And honestly, I had almost all of this stuff right in my kitchen already, and so that was a great thing. And so now the cheese sauce that we made earlier, I'm gonna take it and just kind of spread it across that like that. Oh my goodness, this is just looking so delicious. Let's put that right there. And then to finish it off, what we're gonna do is I have some shredded iceberg lettuce and jicama. Jicama, of all things, folks. I love jicama. It's a nice, crunchy, sweet little root. You can buy it in the produce section. And I'm going to sprinkle this with some fresh tomatoes and green onions on there. And then I have just some prepared salsa that I'm going to spoon over. And you guys can use whatever kind of salsa or that you want to on there. Finish it off with a nice little dollop of sour cream, and voila! I am Lindsay's new favorite BFF today, guys. KUTV.com for the recipe. It's also posted on cookingwithchefbryan.com. Head on over, grab it, and enjoy some chalupas for dinner tonight.
I'll have to tuck some napkins in and
yeah, several napkins.
And go for it. Dig in, right.